You're listening to The Rod Ryan Show on 94.5 The Buzz.
On Monday's show, I shared with you, it was a beautiful letter that was written to us by a young man that not only did he handwrite me a beautiful letter, but he sent me some photographs, and he's on the top of a mountain, Mount Whitney, which I wasn't familiar with, okay? The highest peak in the lower 48. And he took a little sign up there with him, and we made sure that we zoomed in on his note that he was holding on the top of the mountain. And again, Phyllis, and make sure you put this up on Twitter so people could see it.
Okay.
All right, Dinah.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
It says, "Hi, Rod, Dinah, Alex, and Phyllis. This is what the top of Mount Whitney, the highest peak in the lower 48, looks like. Love the show. 8-year listener." I think it's Chac Lopez. P.S. Sorry, Phyllis, but I had to check the website to spell your name. Don't worry, my name is Chac. I know the struggle. Let's ask him if I'm butchering his name. Good morning.
Good morning, Rod.
Dude, I know that you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to tell people where you're calling from. But I know that you had sent this to me a while ago, and the fact that it was an old school letter, and it was a beautifully written letter. I scanned it in, and I finally got it up on Monday, and I wanted to share it with everybody. And then we just kind of put out the APB on you because have we met before?
We never have.
We never have met before. What a beautiful thing, dude, to take that sign up there and to say hello to us on the top of a mountain, which is like one of these, I'm sure, life-changing events. So for you to share that with us, man, I just wanted to thank you personally. I wanted to thank you and say what a beautiful gesture.
I appreciate that, Brother Rod. I figured that you guys might appreciate a handwritten letter a little more. I've heard you guys talk a lot of times about, that handwritten things, just when you make things with your hands, it just has so much more value, so much more sentiment, and that's a sentiment that I kind of feel from you guys, I don't know if I included this in the letter or not, but pretty much every time during this trip that I almost died, the first thing I would do would be listen to the Rod Ryan Show, because it's like, that's a piece of home, man. I've been living there since 2007, and that's just what I listen to in the mornings.
And it's Chac?
Chac.
Okay, so tell everybody where. Now, we couldn't call him, but he set this up with Phyllis. Where are you calling us from?
Well, I'm in Afghanistan right now, and there's this wonderful call center in New Jersey that we can make a phone call to, and then they'll kind of just patch you through to whatever number in the States.
Chac, what are you doing in Afghanistan right now? Chac, what are you doing there?
Just need a change of scenery. It's just, what can I say? Yeah, just, I'm doing what I was doing in the military. And actually today marks exactly 1 year that I've been out of the Army. So,
wow.
I decided to come back as a civilian contractor, and I'm just hanging out now, making friends, making memories.
Dude, be safe over there, and I just wanted to thank you. Now, I do have to ask you, because you wrote on the back of one of the photographs, and again, I scanned all this in for the website on Monday, but we're going to repost it. And it says, "Yes, Rod Ryan Show family, yes, I had altitude sickness, though this fun story is for another time." Dude, Chac, tell me you barfed up there.
I think now's that time.
So I'm not really that familiar. I mean, if you tell me Mount Everest, I kind of know that. Mount Whitney, where is it?
It is in the Inyo National Forest in Southern California.
Okay, and you're what, about 4 miles up in the air?
It is,
or not that far.
14,000.
That's it.
I think it's like 14,959 feet. No, it's 14,505 feet.
Okay, did you barf up there?
I did not barf up there. I am happy to say I did have the most splitting headache of my life, though. It was wild.
How long did it take you to climb?
Okay, so to climb Mount Whitney, you need to get a permit, and you need to go to the National Park office that's kind of like across the street from the road leading up to Mount Whitney, and you get a permit from them, and you have to sign up early, or you have to go in, and they'll just kind of like raffle off the permits of people who didn't show up. So I got my permit and everything, I won the raffle, and I was really happy. Good stuff. And so I drive up there, and I plan on sleeping. For like, 7 hours, and I ended up sleeping for like 3 hours. And I started my climb at around 4 a.m.
All right.
And so it's 11 miles up, and I made it to a place called the Trail Crest just as the sun was setting, and the Trail Crest is at 13,600 feet up,
wow.
And that was where I got altitude sickness. And so at that point, the sun was setting, and I had to do the 11 miles back down in the dark.
Man, and I want to say, it
Yeah.
looks like you got, from the picture here, it looks like you got a pretty wicked sunburn, too. Dude, come on. You should be planning better than that with some SPF. The sun, he looked like he got some sunburn
Yeah,
on
he
him.
looks fried, but
Well-
I'm sure that's the last thing on his mind back then.
I definitely got some sunburn.
A 4-month trip, did you make it to every state park, or is this part of what you were going to do when you come back?
I made it to every national park in the western United States. Which, by the way, if you split the United States down the middle, like, you know, like basically like the line that I think Austin is on, there's 34 national parks in the west, and there's 9 in the east. So that decision was easy.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow.
First and foremost, you mentioned, you know, your time in the Army. Thank you for your service. And then this is a guy that's out living life right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living life. And he's still a young fella. He's out getting this stuff done, man. He's seeing the world.
It's inspiring.
I'm jealous. You've seen things that, you know, I don't know that I'll ever see. But, man, you definitely want me to, making me get off my ass a little bit and see some of these places.
I appreciate that, Rod. I hope that I've inspired a few people. There's been a few people who have told me that I motivated them to go do stuff. I got a friend named Kirby who went to Portland, and he told me that I was a big inspiration for him to do that.
I can see why. These pictures are beautiful. We're going to reshare them with everybody. But, man, I just wanted to definitely thank you for you to even fleetingly think of us, let alone take the time to write a note to us on the top of this mountain. It meant the world to me, and I wanted to thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, man.
All right.
You know, you guys just, the show is awesome. I've been loving it for many, many years now. And yeah, it was something that I just knew I had to take with me when I was on the road.
When are you going to be back here in the States?
I am happy to say I will be home for Christmas.
Oh, good.
So BuzzFest is out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Be safe out there. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that, Brother Rod. Thank you.
All right. Wow. How cool is that?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I
Such a
love
cool
his
thing.
journeys.
Yeah, right? If you missed it on Monday, you got to go check out his pictures. Again, I think we're going to refeature them today. And wow, absolutely. Says 8-year listener, you know?
I bet he's seen some things.
Yeah, he has, man. Very inspirational this morning.
Thanks for checking out the podcast. And download as many as you like on the world-famous Rod Ryan Show page at thebuzz.com.